Alright, gang, welcome to this edition of Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream. Yes, that's right, live stream. And just want to know if anybody's gotten out this past weekend or if anybody's gotten to any good museums. But anyway, gang, just want to give a shout to see who's here. Ah, there's M.A. Lyman. How are you? Mally Man, how are you? And I see Coin Finder, North Jersey Detector. How are you? Oh, there's Giant Garrett Detectors. Hey, Ben, how are you? SJ, howdy. Rob Random, how are you? And Part-Time Detector, how are you? And Who's Your Hillbilly? HH, hey, how are you? Flash in your pan. Hey, there's AWR, how are you? Lincoln Central, how are you, Lincoln?
Yeoman says no sound.
No sound. That's not a good thing. Oh, there is sound. See if it's on your end there, Yeoman. And anyway, gang, see what else we got going on. We got doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Thors, how are you? And Relics and Roots, how are you? Hey, there's Rivendell, how are you? And anyway, gang, just again, welcome to Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium. Coins, history, metal detecting, the whole shebang. And anyway, gang, you know, I told someone the other day about metal detecting, and it's kind of like a scavenger hunt. And with various elements and pieces of history serving as the manifest. And what do you guys think? And Lenny No. Was that Lenny No? How are you, Lenny No? Oh, there's Metal Detecting Yorkshire. How are you? I'll just talk to myself then. You know what? When I talk to myself, I have hours of enjoyment. But anyway, oh, by the way, Yorkshire, I made a comment some time ago on one of your videos. I don't think that was real fish and chips. No, because aren't fish and chips supposed to be served on newsprint? Yes. Or is that an old thing? But anyway, got the hopper today and watching on 55-inch TV. Sweet! Got the hopper today. Oh, for a minute there I thought you were on the hopper, AWR. Okay, thank you. I had to reread that. But anyway, gang. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Canadian Relic Hunters, how are you? Dirt 30 with George. Hello. Anyway, gang. Tonight we've got it's a secret. No, tonight we've got a weekend recap and a mail call, and what a mail call we've got. And some new and upcoming stuff, a treasure story, and it's a treasure story that was submitted by one of our viewers there, Lenny No. And thanks so much, Lenny. And of course, our very, very special giveaway tonight. See down there, it's a surprise. And stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss it. It's actually quite phenomenal. And again, we got more on that a little bit later. See right down there. And yeah, Rosie's going to have a grand old time giving that away. So don't miss it. But anyway, gang. So welcome, one and all, short and tall, big and small. And alright, I promise never ever to rhyme again. But at least tonight anyway, because that would be bad. I'd be known as the Dr. Seuss of metal detecting. But anyway, gang, hello for everybody who is coming in. I see 606. Hey, how are you? And
Ken's here. He sent all his.
Hey, KP, how are you? And anyway, oh, there's Escarpment River Hollow. How are you? But anyway, gang, what else we got going on? Anyway, weekend recap. Well, since the last time we had our little powwow, why, I did manage to squeeze in a couple of after-work hunts. And basically, I'm following this old fence line in what was an old farm. And hopefully, by following the fence, or at least the old nails, iron linear signals in the ground. Why, hopefully it'll eventually lead me to an old homestead, and I'll keep working on it. And if you guys saw the last video, of course, I found that. And I tell you what, that is the most whole pocket watch I've ever found. Usually find bits and pieces and never ever find that much of a one that's complete. And I haven't really decided where I'm going to take that yet. I kind of really like the patina, but I don't know. Part of me wants to clean that sucker, and actually also wants to clean the inside of it. However, if I open that up, I could almost guarantee you, I had somebody else's opinion about this too, I could almost guarantee you that sucker's rusted. You know, I had this dream of opening it up and it's just being clogged with dirt and sediment and it could actually work again. But that's some kind of crazy dream I have. Realistically, it's probably rusted beyond anything, and I probably shouldn't try to. I'm scared if I even try to open it, why, it's going to break. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I keep it as is, or should I try tinkering a little bit? And we'll see what the majority says. Anyway, gang. So Saturday, MC and myself, we were back at it, and we went from an area where we couldn't pull a thing to a spot where it just would not stop giving. And then the weather changed. And Mother Nature, once again, thought we were having too much fun, so she sent along some torrential downpours. And that did not deter us. No, we kept on going. And I don't prefer to detect in the rain because it's a drag. You know, you can be wet, you're cold, and then, yeah. So even though we decided to keep carrying on, even in the rain, why, Mother Nature saw that and stepped up her game. And, yeah, she sent along some thunder, lightning, and then once we got to lightning, that was it. We had to leave. And I had just found colonial copper. And you guys saw it briefly the other night, and here it is here. And now, was talking to Yeoman GAW earlier, and I was kind of leaning towards a King George III. But now there's a new wrench into it. When I was talking to Yeoman, he says could be possibly a King William III because of both the way they're facing. If it was the second King, either William or King George II, it'd be facing the opposite way. But since it's the third, they're looking that way. And one thing I did not consider, because I was concentrating on the letters at the top, up there. I'm missing my pointer. A pen will have to do. I was concentrating on the letters up there. However, Yeoman was mentioning about the ribbon, and I have to admit that does not look like a King George ribbon, hair ribbon. That looks more, yeah. So it could be. But I'll be looking at that further. Also, too, I'm not extremely familiar with the counterfeits about the same time period. So we'll still be doing more research on that. But anyway, gang. So yeah, colonial copper. So Lightning did not want to quit. By all means, it was most advisable to quit. And you always want to err on safety first. But also, too, I want to say a couple of close calls. Meanwhile, you know, you guys usually hiking out there, and usually about a mile or so away from the car. So, unfortunately, was experiencing a little bit of lightning and how lightning actually affects your metal detector. Yes, especially with the Bluetooth earphones. Why, yes, you can hear lightning very well. And static, and it sets it off, and all kinds of scary stuff. Anyway, err on the side of safety first, and by the way, that stuff's been in the ground for 300 years. It can last another couple of days. And so we were out of there. But besides, you know, yes, the the lightning will affect the metal detector. You just don't want the lightning to affect you. Safety first. And we had to leave on that note. Thor wants to know, how big is that coin? Is it a cartwheel? It is approximately the size of one of our American large cents. Approximately, not quite. And to actually give you a millimeter measurement, I can't. I don't know, but I could. And if you really would like me to, I will. Just leave me a message down there, and if you want measurements, I'll send them along to you. But anyway, gang, buttons. Now, buttons at this site were, they were some kind of wonderful. And again, did not want to leave, but weather was forcing us to go. And here's my favorite. You ready? And I don't know, it's not quite the design that makes this my favorite. And this one's actually quite older than what it's actually suggesting. And if you guys are ready, take a look at this shank. Wait a minute, big finger's in the way. That shank is one of the older shanks. And I am actually quite proud of this button. And you would think I would have cleaned it up a little bit more before the live stream, but I kind of really want to be so careful with it. So that's what that is right now. And I know too, gang, also was in the video from yesterday, was talking about this bail seal. It never appeared in the video, and I just kind of forgot all about it until I was cleaning up my mess. And there's actually still quite a mess back there, but shh, don't tell Sandy. But we'll eventually get around to it. But this one actually kind of shocked me. You know, it's GMM and Company. Now, when I first looked at it, the only thing that kind of struck me was General Machine and General Manufacturing and Machine, I think. But anyway, what really struck me as being really neat is the eagle on the back of it. Pretty cool, huh? So anyway, so that was some of the stuff that was cleaned up. And I also, too, I put St. Ignatius in the tumbler. And if you guys don't know about St. Ignatius, why, I think the story goes that his legs were actually still there, but they were taken out by a cannonball. He was injured by a cannonball in battle. And I'm not Catholic, but again, this was really cool. This was found probably, I think, last year sometime. And also, too, we got different kinds of surprises out of the tumbler. This was in there as a button, and I do not think it's a button at all. But I can't quite make out the lettering of this thing. But anyway, gang, if you guys have any ideas, you know, I'll take a better picture of this and post it on the Twitter or on the Facebook so you guys can actually have a better look at it. Can't really quite do justice to it on the... Oh, wait a minute. There we go. On the coin cam. Maybe I can. Having a clue. And also, too, here's another button from the hunt on Saturday. And it's got a little floral motif. But anyway, gang, that there was Saturday. And like I said, the hunt got caught all short by the weather. And again, always want to err on the side of safety. Don't be in the woods. Don't be in the middle of the field when you got lightning all around you. And besides, it causes your metal detector to false. So, gotta leave. Anyway, gang, Sunday, me and my treasure took a ride to Batstow, New Jersey, located in Wharton State Forest. And here, we're going to give you guys a look as soon as I find my mouse. Ah, there it is. And basically, it is a preserved little mill town or a mill village. And they got a preserved sawmill and there's the mill inside. And they also had a furnace there, which is really not preserved. It's long gone. And you're not allowed to take pictures inside the museum. Well, they told us later. Actually, gang, I was going to try and live stream from inside the museum because they actually had Wi-Fi. And yes, the kind lady there said that we were not allowed to photograph or to live stream on the inside. And but anyway, so at the furnace, they actually made cannonballs for the American Revolution, as well as various other products like stoves and pots and whatnot, including that item on the far right. It's actually a tombstone. And also, too, there we've got mill worker houses, which still exist. And what would be a mill town or a mill village without a company store? And also, too, there on the property is the Wharton Estate. And it's an interesting ride. I mean, it's actually close to Hamilton, New Jersey, and it's kind of like the halfway point between Atlantic City and Philadelphia. But they also have it's a preserved colonial era company town, a grist mill, sawmill, company store, post office, manor house, and worker houses. And also, too, they got the museum area, like I was telling you about before, where they got some interpretation of artifacts, including some stuff that was catching my eye, like cannonballs. And in the southern New Jersey area, we have what one would call bog iron, and that which our colonial era furnaces around here and foundries which smelt and forge into various products, such as cannonballs. But we got to leave the cannonballs alone for a second. Back to the village. The thing I like most about seeing the grounds of the millworker houses is I like to try to envision their outside activity, where they would have lingered outside of their homes, where outdoors they would have spent the most time. And then take that kind of envisionment, take it back to like the fields that I'm doing, or the woods, or the other sites, and just try to get a scope on what other sites similar to this one would be like. But anyway, a couple years ago, I met a couple of fellows who were doing a similar site that was like a company town, and they were frustrated because they were hardly finding any coins. And come to find out, the mill workers of where they were doing were actually paid in script. And then around the time of the Civil War, they went from script to actually tokens. And these script and tokens, why, they could only be used at the company store. And obviously the company, they owned the store, so they could charge the inflated prices. And of course the store, why, they extended credit. And hence how we wound up with that popular lyric of the previous century. You know, how you owe your soul to the company store. But anyway, gang, I also, too, I try to give you guys all a call on Liz's live stream. And unfortunately, why, it turned out to be a Max Headroom impersonation. And I kind of got a couple of ideas of how to combat this signal issue. Especially, it seems that the majority of my calls are being made in remote areas. But anyway, I got kind of plans on a signal extender, and I got a couple ideas being kicked around. And not only to make better calls to Liz, Diggy Canuck during coffee with Liz, but also to use with some other projects that we are developing. And yet we got to have signal strength. Otherwise, I'll just be known as the melody detecting Mr. Roboto. So anyway, gang, that was this past weekend. Oh.
Happy birthday, Cromwell.
Oh, happy birthday, Cromwell. So anyway, gang, I'm just going to try and catch up on chat. And, wow, happy birthday. Another day older and deeper. And yep, there you go.
.606. My mom used to say those words to that song all the time.
Uh-oh, Joe Bush. Sandy, I have to shoot a pic of a button I found. Charlie might fall over. Oh, there are buttons I do fall over, I tell you. But welcome, and howdy, Joe Butch. Hey, Jordan Anderson, how are you? Tennessee Adventures, hi. Hey, there's K. Watt, how are you? Poppy D's, how are you? And hello to anyone I might have missed, and welcome. But anyway, gang, mail call. You guys ready for this mail call? It's quite an impressive mail call. And a couple of weeks ago, the Mantic Coins, why they had a special episode, a special live stream on Memorial Day. And believe it or not, I happened to manage to win a steel cent. 1943 steel cent and a buffalo nickel. And I was yet again very fortunate to win one of their viewer giveaways. And let's see. Usually, I usually comment on how well I've been doing with winning or losing the Mantic coins. And let's say I developed a new strategy that is absolutely not working whatsoever. So I don't know if Hoosier's here, but Hoosier, yes, I need to develop a. Oh yes, you are. Yeah, I need to develop a new strategy. The old strategy is no longer working, so now it's time to do something different. But anyway, gang, do check them out. Let's see. Right now, I believe they're only on Saturday afternoons for you folks here in the East. So anyway, gang, and then speaking of mail call, yeah, gang, I need to read an email to you guys, and it's from one of us, a fellow digger and viewer, Yeoman GAW, and I'm about to read it to you, and it actually has to do with tonight's giveaway. Actually, it's give you a little clue, tune you in a little bit. Actually, it's going to have to do with the next 3 giveaways. Anyway, gang, ready? This is from Yeoman GAW. Hi, Charlie. I received the awesome large cent today. Thanks again for being so generous to your subscribers. I'd like to pay forward my winning by sending you a few coins to give away on one of your live feeds. Now, already, just with that, I just have to say thanks alone. But, Yeoman, I am very impressed, and I am extremely grateful. And let me tell you what, you guys will be too. Anyway, let me continue. And by the way, I'll be keeping a little bit of a secret. Anyway, they are dug coins, so they are not perfect. I don't know, gang, but, you know, being diggers, I actually prefer the dug coins versus non-dug coins. I know Ken's probably hollering right now. Sure, no! Anyway, but it goes the same with the coin collection. If I happen to have found a dug one, I really don't care about the other one anymore. So I'll wind up getting rid of that one and find something else. And then if I dig it, oh my goodness. And some of them have been quite wonderful. Like recent, I don't know about recent. A couple months ago, I found an 1869 Indian head with the blotched date. And oh yeah, I had to get rid of the other one and kind of like this one better and whatnot. This one makes me feel like I earned it, you know. Anyway, gang, back to Yeoman's letter. He says, "I would these coins are dug, not perfect, but I would like to give the opportunity to those who might not get the chance to find these coins." Wonderful. So the first coin is that's a secret. And let's see, it's somewhat beat up, but hard to find. The second is it's another secret with decent detail. My second best condition example. The third is another secret with decent detail on both sides. Now, gang, you guys are probably wondering, why keep that a secret? Well, I'm going to keep it a surprise. I'll give you a little tune into what, well, except for tonight. So you're about to see what tonight's going to be given away. These are colonial era coins that would have been in circulation at the time of our colonial era here in America. And my British folks here, you guys are probably going to say, but let me tell you what, there's even a colonial coin here that you British folks will not be able to, more than likely, find there. So yes, there are some wonderful, wonderful coins here, and do especially thank Yeoman GAW for sharing these with us and giving this kind of opportunity. But anyway, gang, if you guys are ready to see what is going to be given away tonight, just go ahead. Send me something down in the chat. You want to see it now, or you want to wait and see it in a little bit? You guys let me know. But anyway, again, thank you, Yeoman GAW. Thank you ever so much for your generosity and for your benevolence to the digging community. And like I said, there's 3 coins, so there's one being given away tonight. There'll be one given away on the next live stream, and then the next live stream will have the other one. And I am saving the last. The very last one will be actually my second favorite colonial coin to find while out digging. And I don't know if I've ever escaped what that is, but if you guys know. But anyway, I'm seeing now, please. What do you think? Do you think they should say it now?
Nah.
Oh, well, she's being mean. She's taking Rosie lessons. I tell you what, gang, we won't keep that. Yeah, here you go. You ready? There you go, gang. There's a King George II, and a 1746 King George II, and that will be tonight's giveaway. And I tell you what, that is a very, very, very nice coin. So anyway, like I said, the 2 other coins will be coming up in the 2 consecutive live streams, and they only get better. So again, thank you to Yeoman, and like his intentions are, they are coins that maybe you can't really find in your locale, and I tell you what, very, very, very wonderful.
Here you go, Yorkshire. He couldn't see my head growing out of your shoulder.
So anyway, gang, that will be a little bit later on tonight. And new and upcoming. I tell you what, we got some stuff coming up. Now, this upcoming Thursday, we've got Digging Canuck. Ooh, somewheres. Oh, wow. Digging Canuck on Relic Radio, June 14th. That's Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. She's on the Digging with Sevens show on Spreaker.com. Relics Radio, and yet don't want to miss that. That should be a good time. And she will not have her usual off-the-cuff live stream because she'll be doing that. So also too, let's see what else we got. M.A. Lyman, Mallyman. You guys remember that guy. M.A. Lyman, Mallyman. Why, right now he's got a benefit giveaway going on. Silver, coins, and more. $5 an entry for a chance to have some good stuff, but yet at the same time for a good cause. Newport, one of the digging community, his wife has passed, and Mike is fundraising to assist Newport. Anyway, gang, I applaud Mike for his initiative to the community to pull the group together. And when we have one of us that is in need or has been hurt or whatnot, brother and sister diggers, coin geeks, and history freaks, thanks all for being there. And each and every one of you are appreciated. But anyway, like I say, Mike will be doing a giveaway and a benefit to assist our Newport. Newport digger, and then there's a number. I don't really always call him Newport. I don't really remember. Newport, if you're still here, do say something in chat.
Newport digger 57.
Oh, thank you so much. But anyway, gang. So let's see. We did that. Let's see. Yes, all of you are appreciated. Oh, even Ben. Ben, you are too appreciated. There, I couldn't help it. It seems I was serious for too long, and I haven't picked on Ben, Giant Garrett-Tectorus, for at least half of the show. So there, Ben, I picked on you. Oh, and two, by the way, I am so sorry about the s'mores thing. You know, sometimes I forget you are in a completely different country, and yeah, the s'mores thing. But yeah, sorry. Anyway, gang, if you guys happen to have anything special ongoing or coming up, do feel free to throw it in the chat. And don't forget to subscribe to one another. Support your brethren and sister diggers, coin collectors, and history freaks. And also, too, coming up, a historic guided walk through the streets of Philadelphia, June 23rd. We will be looking at some places relevant to Commodore John Barry, who was the father of the United States Navy. And it should be a grand time. And, well, as long as technology holds out. Rosie will be going along too. June 23rd. It's going to be, you know, that's going to be a great day for YouTube. Let me tell you what. June 23rd. I see it this far in the future. Why, you'll have us in Philadelphia going live stream through the different parts of the day, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. And then we should have Ken Peavy. He should be doing his coin class at some point on Saturday, I believe. And then later on will be Mantic Coins. They'll be doing their thing in the late afternoon. And then in the evening, M.A. Lyman, I believe that will be the finale of the benefit, the giveaway, will be that evening. So what a great day for YouTube that will be. And, you know, wouldn't it be funny if, like, the whole darn thing just, the internet just crashed? You know? No. But I'm just kidding. But anyway, gang, I'm going to try and catch up. And, you know, I almost gave up that June 23rd thing today. I was kind of doing my rough draft. There's basically, this is the idea. There's going to be 4 segments. The first segment is going to start at Independence Hall. And the second segment is going to be at Old Christ Church. And then I'll kind of keep the rest of it as a secret. And so, you know, guys can be, oh, where's he going to go next? Now, the first initial idea was to do 15 minutes of actual live time at each spot. That's not going to work, only because 15 minutes is just not enough time. So when I clocked it today, while at not there. But while I'm at, after scripting out my Independence Hall bit, it was actually almost 30 some odd minutes, and don't want to do that because eventually I want to combine all the segments together, and 15 minutes apiece will make it an hour. Having each segment being half an hour is far too long. And after writing out the first segment, why, it was just over crammed with dates and people. And I got something, I almost thought, oh my God, I can't do that. But I got something worked out that will work just as equally as what it's supposed to do. And then you still get to see the sights, and you still get to be interacting, and probably even interacting a little bit more. So I tell you what. See, when we do special stuff, will we post on Facebook, lady? Yes, I do think so. For the most part, you will probably hear about June 23rd. I would imagine to the point where you will not be able to forget, because I'll keep saying it, June 23rd. And but anyway, Lenny, yes, we will always post on Facebook. Usually what happens, I'll send out a couple of reminders through Facebook and Twitter. And there'll always be kind of different stuff going on. But this is actually the experiment. June 23rd, I've been kicking around this idea for the longest time because I haven't seen it on YouTube. I haven't seen like a guided walk via YouTube with actual substance. I was trying to be kind of nice because I love it when I see people going through a museum live streaming or stuff like that. But give it something, tell us what's going on, or what, not just back and forth banter. So we will try that differently. And the 15 minutes of stuff, after you do your 15 minutes at Independence Hall, actually will go away. We are not going to keep you live from the time it takes to walk from like Independence Hall to Old Christ Church. We will just, see everybody in a bit, and then walk there, get set up at Old Christ Church, and then bing, back on live stream again. So anyway, this just gives you a little bit of taste of what to expect, providing it all goes correctly. But as long as Rosie behaves herself. But anyway, and that was another thing. We were testing Rosie the other night to see if she would actually work using only the cell devices. And so far, it seems like it's going to happen. And I got a couple of different things. I got a couple of different applications to use to actually do pre-made segments. But you'll see all that later.
In Sparkman River Hollow says, will we see the Liberty Bell?
Will you see the Liberty Bell? Maybe. It depends. We're probably going to start at Independence Hall, and what I envision is start in the front. So I could swing over there, and want to go from there to the front of Independence Hall or the Pennsylvania State House, wherever you might know it by, and take a swing over by the statue of John Berry, who I believe he's standing at the southern side of the Independence Park there. But we'll try. We'll make the attempt. But anyway, gang, moving right along, we've got a treasure story. And again, thank you, Lenny No, for forwarding this treasure story for me. And it is most appreciated. And again, gang, if you guys happen to come across any treasure stories and you think that they would be worthwhile, why, do always forward them along. Now, next week, like I mentioned before, our treasure story is actually going to be a letter that was written to me by Yeoman GAW that was accompanying the coins. And there's a couple of things in it which is actually my mantra when I go to look at a farm field or get a permission site with the house still on it, but we'll get more into that next week. But that's next week's treasure story. And this week, like I said, we got the submission from Lenny No. And here we go. Ready? But before I start, I want to do catch up on chat. Sometimes I get on a rolling and I kind of forget about the chat. But we'll catch up here. I have a show idea for you, Charlie. I was going to do it, but it's right up your alley. You may you may poo-poo it, but I am emailing it to you. Okay. All right. Well, I'm trying to control myself, Amy. After reading poo-poo, I lose track of everything.
Poppy D, thanks for coming in and checking out our live stream. Please subscribe to us.
Yes, thank you, Poppy D.
And we had chicken and rice for dinner.
Oh my goodness, are you folks still eating? Oh my goodness.
Canadian Relic Hunter said he had bachelor food, hot dog, hash brown sandwich.
Oh, a hot dog and hash brown?
With cheese and mustard.
Oh my goodness. There we go. Oh yeah, thank you, Ken. Saturday coin class at 3 p.m. Anyway, gang, we'll go ahead and get started with the treasure story. And it's World War II era cash worth up to $2.5 million under Churchill's favorite tailor shop, Winston Churchill. Hey, there you go. You guys from the UK. There you go. $2.5 million under Churchill's favorite tailor shop. And you know what? In the British Museum, by any chance, is there a preserved bowler of Churchill? You think that was one of the most iconic things associated with the man? I mean, as far as apparel, we have saved Lincoln's hat. Is Churchill's bowler preserved anywhere? I think that would be kind of cool. I mean, imagine one of his cigars can't be preserved because it would be all crumbly and whatnot. But I wonder if this bowler is preserved. Anyway, lost complete track of that. Anyway, a fortune in World War II era cash was discovered beneath the rotting floorboards of an English tailor shop favored by Winston Churchill. Bundles of the dirty, decaying bills, ripped and dog-eared, were unearthed as construction workers renovated the Cotswold Outdoor Store in Brighton in May, the BBC reported. The workers were tearing up layers of rotten carpet, tiles, and floorboards in the shop when owner Russ Davis said he spotted what he thought was just a block of old wood. I snapped it in half and then found a £1 note, Davis said. All the notes were stuck together. You couldn't separate them. They were caked in dirt. In all, 30 bundles of £1 and £5 banknotes totaling £30,000, or approximately 2.5 million in United States currency today, when adjusting for inflation. Davis said he instinctively knew the bills were old because of the amount of flooring that had been removed to dig them out. Further examination proved that they were from around World War II. The shopkeeper suggested that the money may have been part of a treasure left behind by someone who died during the war, or was possibly stashed in there by a bank robber. Between 1936 and 1973, Davis's shop was home to Bradley Gowns, a famous London furrier, and cook. Wow, wait a minute. Coutier. All right, gang. Well, I don't know what that is. How about a furrier? A furrier. I can't say that. I can say Reiser's Relics, rapid repartee, but I cannot say furrier. I guess that's somebody who makes like minks and stoles and yeah, that kind of thing. But anyway, it was founded in 1860. During its heyday, the shop was frequented by everyone from Prime Minister Churchill and his wife, Lady Clementine Churchill, to Bridget Bardot. Anyway, the local paper, they reported that. At its height, Bradley coats sold for as much as nearly $100,000 in today's money. Some of the family's buildings, including its hat-making facility in London, were destroyed during the German bombings of the city during the war. Howard Bradley, heir to the old family business, which today consists of a specialty dry cleaner about 115 miles away, speculated that the fortune could have been stashed under the shop as part of an escape plan for its owner in case of Nazi invasion. We are English back to I don't know when, but I was there. Wait a minute here. It says, but I know there is Jewish blood in the family, Bradley said. They might have worried they'd have to buy the way out of England. Maybe it was part of a getaway plan. Sussex police said they are safeguarding the banknotes while they investigate where the money came from and who its rightful owner is. The Bank of England will exchange British money that is out of circulation for modern currency. Anyway, gang, it's out there. You have just got to get out there and find it. It's still out there. Anyway, how about that? But I tell you what, money stashed under floorboards, oh my goodness. And just trying to catch up on chat. A furrier. That's going to drive me nuts. Yeah, see, you guys were, oh, thank you so much. Yes, they were doing phonetics in the chat. I should have been paying attention to the chat.
Furrier.
You know, last time I saw a guy who deals with furs, it was from the trunk of a car. And had no shop to go to. No. Anyway, gang. That does it. I'm ripping up all my floorboards. Okay. Well, you at least got to look, you know. It'd drive you nuts in the middle of the night to think that it could be all that cash just hiding. And yeah, you know. That and the same thing with like the attic. You know, if there's any loose floorboards or attic or your chimney, make sure all the bricks are in there good. You know, man. Anyway, gang. Don't forget. Let's see. Oh no, that's too soon. Anyway, let's go ahead and do give away our giveaway for this evening. And again, tonight's giveaway, courtesy of Yeoman Gall with his kind generosity, is the 1746 King George II. Is that coin that you see right down there? And the picture just kind of is odd. The coin's the same size. The pictures are a little different. Anyway, coffee. What's that coffee?
Nobody rip up the floors in their houses, please.
You are each responsible for your own floors. Sure. I ripped open a boarded up old window a couple of months ago in my closet on a hunch. Well, was there anything in there?
Really?
But anyway, I have actually found $3,000 one time. That's a story for much later on. And it was actually bizarre, but that's actually a treasure story in itself. See, everybody's now waiting for Hoosier to say something back. Did you find anything, Hoosier? Nada. Oh, my goodness. I think that was a cliffhanger. Anyway, gang, tonight's giveaway, right there, the 1746 King George II, courtesy of Yeoman Gall. And again, thank you, Yeoman Gall. And we are going to go ahead and cruise on over to Rosie and give this sucker away. And I'm going to pull her up. Oh, wait a minute. No. Ah, what? Oh, there we go. And you guys are all ready. And I see all you guys on there already. Good, good, good. And we're going to do our usual. We're going to do our countdown from 5. And go ahead and hit the button. You guys ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang. Well, congratulations, Hoosier Hillbilly. Well, you won the 1746 King George II. And go ahead and do please. Oh, wait, I think I might have already have your address. So, again, congratulations. And again, thank you to Yeoman GAW for making those contributions. And again, you know what? Hoosier probably couldn't find one of these coins in his area, and I guess it kind of worked out. So again, congrats to Hoosier. And anyway, gang, don't forget Liz Digging Canuck Thursday on Relics Radio on Spreaker.com. And also too, M.A. Lyman's benefit for Uber. Get your $5 entry today, or you know what, get multiple entries. And we'll see you guys around on the tube Monday. Be on the lookout for another video. And let's see, we will see you right back here next Tuesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Same place, same batch. Oh yeah. And anyway, gang, let's try and catch up with chat real quick. Nowadays, you can't get a good fur unless you go to Wildman's. You mean Ricky? Anyway, gang, that is all we got. And if anybody wants to throw in anything they've got going on in chat, please do so. Other than that, I just want to say have a good night, and we'll see you again. We'll see you around on the tube, and we'll see you back here next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And Yeoman GAW's got another coin to be put right down there for the next giveaway, so you don't want to miss it. Anyway, gang, have a good night, be safe, and go out and find your treasure.